Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Hey everyone, welcome back to the MA Dollar Coins, where we help you uncover the hidden treasure in your pocket change. If you've got a jar of old coins or a dusty box in the attic, don't go anywhere. Because a 1999 Washington quarter with a P mint mark just sold for a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. That's right, one coin, nearly $2 million. Hit that subscribe button if you're into rare coins, valuable collectibles, and real ways to cash in on old American currency. Let's rewind a bit. The 1999 quarter wasn't just any quarter. That year marked the launch of the 50-state quarters program, a series that would go on to become one of the most collected coin sets in U.S. history. Now, the coin we're talking about today is the 1999 Pennsylvania State quarter minted in Philadelphia, which is why it carries the P mint mark. It looks like a regular coin at first glance, George Washington on the front and the Pennsylvania State design on the back. But this particular coin has a secret. It comes down to a rare minting error and pristine condition. Double die errors on both the obverse and reverse, an unusually high relief strike, almost proof-like, and most importantly, it was graded a perfect MS68+ by PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, making it one of a kind at that level. Collectors go wild for these factors because they shouldn't exist in circulation. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, made of silver. Always look closely for doubling around the letters and numbers, especially Liberty, In God We Trust, and the state name. Believe it or not, the coin was originally found in a roll of uncirculated quarters from a Philadelphia bank. A collector noticed something odd. The lettering was slightly offset, and the details on Washington's face were unusually sharp. After professional grading and verification, the coin's rarity and condition shot its value through the roof. And in 2024, it changed hands in a private auction for $1.8 million. Now, before you toss that jar of quarters back in the closet, listen up. Flip it over and look for the P mint mark, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Check the reverse side for the Pennsylvania State design. It should have the keystone symbol and the outline of the state. Use a magnifying glass or your phone's zoom camera to look for doubling or unusual features. If you think you've got something rare, don't clean it. That could lower the value. Get it professionally appraised or graded by PCGS or NGC. Condition and rarity equals value. Even a small flaw can change the price by thousands. Even if you don't have the $1.8 million quarter, some 1999 quarters can still be worth hundreds or thousands. Delaware quarters with off-center strikes or missing clad layers, New Jersey or Georgia quarters with reverse doubling and high-grade examples, MS67 or above, of any 1999 quarter. Collectors are willing to pay $200 to $3,000 depending on condition and rarity. Take clear, close-up photos. Contact a local coin dealer or coin show. Consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Look at recent sales on eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections to estimate value. You never know. Your loose change could change your life. That's it for today, folks. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It helps more people discover the value hiding in their coin jars. Drop a comment below if you've got 1999 quarters or any coin you're curious about. And remember, treasure isn't always buried. Sometimes it's in your pocket. We're diving into the 1982 D. Washington quarter. What makes it special? Why collectors are going crazy for it? And how you can find out if you're sitting on a fortune. Let's rewind to 1982. That year, the U.S. Mint faced major budget cuts. They made a huge decision. They stopped producing mint sets for collectors. That means fewer pristine, uncirculated coins made it into collections. Now here's where it gets interesting. 1982 quarters were struck in two varieties. With a clear mint mark D for Denver with a weak or missing mint mark, the U.S. Mint also made quarters with major errors, and those are the ones pulling in huge money. Extremely sharp details, a double die reverse, meaning some of the lettering is doubled. It was struck on a planchet intended for a different coin. On top of that, it was graded by a top agency like PCGS or NGC at a near-perfect MS68 or MS69. Collectors pay big money for coins with rare traits, excellent condition, and professional grading. Grab any quarters from 1982. Check for the D mint mark, double lettering, misalignments, odd textures, or colors, extra thickness on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. If it looks good, consider sending it in for grading with PCGS or NGC. That's how you unlock real market value. Now let's be real. Most 1982 D quarters in circulation are worth 25 cents to a few dollars. But a rare error coin in mint condition that can fetch hundreds, thousands, and in one documented case, $1.70 million. Even basic uncirculated examples can bring in $50 to $250, depending on their grade. Go to sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections to see what similar coins are selling for. That dusty jar of coins in your closet might be hiding a gold mine. Like this video if you learned something. Subscribe if you want more insider tips on rare coins and how to sell them. Drop a comment if you have a 1982 D quarter. You might just be sitting on a jackpot. And remember, every coin tells a story, and some tell one worth millions. See you in the next video. Hey there, coin hunters and collectors. If you've got a jar of spare change lying around, especially one with coins from 2021, stop what you're doing and check those quarters. Because believe it or not, there are stories going around that a 2021 P mint mark Washington quarter sold, or is listed, for a whopping $1.6 million. But is it really worth that much? And what should you look for to cash in big? Stick around. I'm going to show you what makes this coin potentially valuable and how to tell if you've struck it rich. First off, what exactly is the 2021 Washington quarter? It's part of the final release in the America the Beautiful series, and it features George Washington on the front, as usual, and General George Washington crossing the Delaware on the back. Close-up of front and back of 2021 quarter. You'll find the P mint mark just below the phrase "In God We Trust" on the front. That P stands for the Philadelphia Mint. So what's the deal with this $1.6 million price tag? Well, it turns out there have been a few wild auction listings online where someone tried to sell one of these quarters for over $1 million. Screenshot of a coin listing, blur prices if needed. Now, before you go quitting your job or planning a world cruise, let me be clear, those listings are not sales. They're often just wishful thinking or attention-grabbing posts. But that doesn't mean your coin isn't worth something. Some rare versions or error coins are going for hundreds, even thousands. There are a few things that can make a 2021 quarter valuable beyond face value. Here's what to look for. Look for off-center strikes, double dies, where the design looks like it has a shadow, or die breaks, called cut errors. These mistakes make a coin unique, and collectors pay big for that. If your quarter looks brand new, no scratches, full detail, send it in to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Some high-grade 2021 P quarters have sold for $100 to $300 or more, especially in mint state. Some coins have drooling effects near Washington's mouth or missing letters. These are rare but confirmed to exist. Alright, so here's what you really want to know. What's a fair market value for a 2021 P Washington quarter? We're diving deep into what makes the 1981 P quarter so valuable, and how you could turn your pocket change into a fortune. First, a little background. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932. It's one of the most widely circulated coins in American history. But in 1981, something interesting happened. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, that's the P mint mark, produced hundreds of millions of quarters. So why would any of them be worth more than 25 cents, let alone over $1 million? Let's talk about that $1.7 million coin. While most 1981 P quarters are only worth face value, a very specific variety, possibly with a minting error, a rare die variety, or an ultra-high grade, like MS68 or higher, can be worth a fortune. Coin collectors and auction houses have paid massive premiums for flawless specimens. According to recent reports, one such coin, authenticated and graded by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC, fetched $1.7 million at auction. The value lies in rarity, condition, and provenance. If your coin has a unique flaw or perfect condition, you might be sitting on gold. Look for the tiny P on the front of the coin, next to Washington's ponytail. The shinier and more flawless, the better. Uncirculated or proof-like coins bring the most value. Things like double dies, off-center strikes, or weak strikes could make your coin unique and valuable. A coin graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC could be extremely rare. Anything MS-68 plus is almost unheard of. But be careful. There are tons of fake listings online. Just because someone claims their coin is worth $1.7 million doesn't mean it actually is. Always work with trusted sources. Certified coin dealers, grading services, and reputable auction houses. Don't sell your coin on impulse. Do your homework first. Here's what to do if you think you have a valuable 1981 P quarter. Don't clean it. That can ruin the value. Take clear photos, both sides in good lighting. Get it professionally graded. Go to pcgs.com or ngccoin.com and follow their steps. Compare your coin with auction results and listings. Talk to a coin dealer. Ideally someone in your area or someone with strong reviews online. The 1981 P quarter may be just a common coin to most people. But for a lucky few, it could be a life-changing discovery. So go check that old coffee can, that sock drawer, or that forgotten coin album. You might be holding onto $1 million piece of history. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I post weekly videos helping people just like you uncover hidden treasures in their spare change. Got a coin you're curious about? Drop a comment below, and I just might feature it in the next video. We're diving into the amazing story behind this 1986 P Washington quarter, why it's worth so much, and how you can check your old change to see if you're sitting on a gold mine. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, but the one we're talking about today was minted in Philadelphia in 1986, hence the P mint mark. Over 550 million of these were made that year, so most of them aren't worth more than 25 cents. But, and this is a big but, a few extremely rare versions have been discovered that make collectors go wild. Some 1986 P quarters have doubling in the lettering, especially In God We Trust or Liberty. Quarters struck incorrectly by the mint machines. These are coins that have never been in circulation and are nearly flawless. A few were mistakenly struck on nickel planchets or even foreign metal blanks. These errors are like winning lottery tickets to collectors, and one perfect storm of condition plus error led to the discovery of a specimen worth $1.7 million. The exact coin that sold for over $1.7 million was an MS-67 plus grade with a known double die and off-metal strike. It was found in a private collection and authenticated by PCGS, one of the top grading services in the world. So yes, someone like you with a jar of coins at home could unknowingly have something incredibly rare tucked away. Look for the P mint mark just above the R in quarter on the front. Check for doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Is it perfectly round or slightly off-center? This makes spotting details easier. A regular quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be on the wrong planchet. And of course, if you spot something odd, don't clean it. That could reduce its value. Instead, get it graded by NGC or PCGS. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for evaluation. Heritage auctions and Stax Bowers often deal with rare coins. Local events and reputable dealers can give you real-time feedback. If you're comfortable, eBay or Etsy listings can show what people are paying for similar coins. But be cautious of scams. A graded coin with certification is much easier to sell and can fetch way higher prices. That old jar of change or box of coins in your attic could be hiding a treasure. Especially if you have quarters from the 80s, don't overlook them just because they seem common. Check for the 1986 P quarter. Look for error signs, preserve and grade valuable finds, then list or auction it for collectors, and who knows? You might just be the next person to walk away with over $1 million from a single quarter. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more rare coin videos coming soon. Let me know in the comments if you found any strange or rare coins. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Have you ever gone through your spare change and thought, could this be worth something? Well, today, you might be in for a shock. This little coin right here, the 1994 D Washington quarter, might look like your everyday pocket change, but one special version of this coin has reportedly fetched a jaw-dropping $1.50 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.5 million for a 25-cent coin. The coin basics, let's start with the basics. The 1994 D quarter is part of the classic Washington quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to honor our first president, George Washington. The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where millions of these were struck, over 880 million to be exact. With that many in circulation, you might be asking, why would one be worth $1.50 million? Let's dig in. What makes a coin valuable? Rarity condition, also known as grade, mint errors, historical significance. Demand among collectors. Most 1994 D quarters are only worth face value, but there's always the exception. The $1.5 million mystery. In recent years, rumors and listings have circulated online claiming a 1994 D quarter sold for over $1.50 million. Is it real? Maybe. Is it likely? Let's be cautious. While there's no official auction house record of that sale, some experts believe this coin could have been a double die error, a planchet error, wrong metal used, or struck on an experimental composition, all of which could make it ultra rare. Until we see the coin, we can't confirm. But collectors and dealers agree. If a legit, high-grade error coin from 1994 D exists, it could absolutely hit 6 or even 7 figures. Make sure it's a 1994 D. Use a magnifying glass to spot double dies, especially on In God We Trust or the date, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, unusual color or weight. A pristine, uncirculated coin could be worth hundreds or more. If it looks strange, don't spend it. It could be worth a fortune. Now, let's be realistic. A normal 1994 D quarter in average condition, worth 25 cents. In mint state, maybe $5 to $1.20. But error versions, especially high-grade ones, can sell for hundreds, even tens of thousands. Just this year, a major error 1994 D quarter sold for over $5,000 at auction. Don't clean it. That reduces value. Take clear photos front and back. Have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Get appraised by a local coin dealer or online expert. List it carefully on platforms like eBay, Great Collections, or Heritage Auctions, and remember, if it's truly rare, auction houses may fight to represent your coin. If you're between 30 and 70, chances are you've got old coins tucked away in jars, drawers, or inherited collections. This is the perfect time to recheck those coins. That one quarter you almost gave away. It could change your life. Coins like this aren't just metal. They're history, mystery, and maybe even a payday. What to do next? Go grab your coin jar. Look for a 1994 D quarter. Flip it over. Inspect it carefully. You never know what you might have. And if you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with friends who love hidden treasures. Do you have old coins tucked away in a drawer or passed down from a family member? What if I told you that a single quarter, yes, just 25 cents, from 1997 with a tiny P mint mark could be worth over $1.5 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. If you've got the right one. Today, I'll show you exactly what to look for, why it's so valuable, and how you can find out if your coin is worth a fortune. The 1997 Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, which is what the P mint mark stands for. Over 595 million of these coins were produced, so how can one be worth over $1 million? Well, most are just face value, but a tiny fraction, less than 1 in a million, have rare errors or unique features that collectors will pay big money for. Look for doubled features, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong metal. Some quarters were accidentally made on nickel or foreign planchets. Coins graded MS 68 or higher by PCGS or NGC are extremely rare and valuable. These bring premium prices at auction. Point 1, certified 1997 P quarter, with rare striking features recently made headlines for being valued at $1.5 million because of its pristine condition and unique mint error. Look for the P mint mark on the right side of Washington's ponytail. Examine the coin under a magnifying glass. Check for any unusual features. Doubled letters or numbers, unusual edges, or off-center designs, striking irregularities. If your coin looks promising, don't clean it. That can ruin its value. Consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. In recent years, rare quarters from the 1990s have exploded in value, and collectors are paying top dollar. In one case, a 1997 P quarter with a unique double die and near-perfect condition sold at auction for over $1.5 million. Coin experts say the market for rare error coins is hotter than ever, especially from the 1990s, because they're now over 25 years old, qualifying as modern collectible vintage. Visit a reputable local coin dealer or appraisal expert. Submit it for certification to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Join online coin forums or Facebook groups for second opinions. Once verified, you can list it on Heritage Auctions, eBay, or GreatCollections.com, where collectors are watching daily. So before you spend that quarter or let it sit in a jar, take a second look. You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got more hidden coin treasures to reveal every week. And remember, not all treasure is buried. Some of it is right in your pocket. Include clear visuals of error types, mint marks, grading scales. Use text pop-ups to summarize key points, e.g., look for mint errors. Not all coins will be valuable. Always seek professional grading. Would you like this script adapted to a teleprompter-style script, or turned into a video storyboard or voiceover? Welcome back to the channel where we talk about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and how your everyday change could be worth a small fortune. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have coins stored away from decades ago, you need to hear this. Let's break it down. The 1995 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, which is where that tiny D comes from, located just under the word, "In God We Trust," on the front of the coin. It's made of a copper-nickel blend, weighs about 5.67 grams, and was one of the last quarters before the 1999 State Quarter Series took over. Millions were made, but here's the twist. Only a few extremely rare ones have a combination of mint errors and perfect condition that push their value into the six-figure, even million-dollar range. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. The most valuable 1995 D quarter known has a dramatic double die obverse where the words and the image of Washington appear slightly doubled. This coin needs to be in MS67 or better. That means it's almost flawless. Coins like this are graded by professionals at PCGS or NGC. Only a handful of coins with these specific errors exist in this condition. Collectors with deep pockets are always hunting for the best of the best. In 2023, one such 1995 D quarter reportedly sold for around $1.5 million due to its error and mint state. Check your coin jar, drawers, or old change rolls. Look for 1995 D quarters, that's the year, and the small d under "In God We Trust." Use a magnifying glass or even your phone camera zoom to check for doubling, especially on Washington's profile, the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you think you found something interesting, don't clean it, that could ruin the value. Submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. Even if you don't have the million-dollar one, here are a few other quarters from around the same time that could be worth hundreds or thousands. Worth up to $3,000 plus, worth $500 to $1,000 in MS condition, $100, 300 errors and condition. Use PCGS.com or ngcoin.com. Don't sell on eBay without knowing the true value. You might get ripped off. Contact trusted auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. Join Facebook groups or Reddit communities focused on coin collecting to ask for opinions from seasoned collectors, and watch out for scams. If someone offers to buy your coin without a formal appraisal, walk away. You never know what treasures you already own. That 1995 D quarter in your change jar could be more than just 25 cents. It might be your ticket to $1.5 million. Have you ever found a valuable coin? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more money-making coin videos. Well, what if I told you that one ordinary-looking 1998 Washington quarter with a P mint mark might be worth up to $1.6 million? Yes, you heard that right, 1.6 million. In today's video, we're diving into the jaw-dropping world of rare coin collecting, and specifically what makes this 1998 P quarter so special. So, if you're between 30 and 70 and have old coins just sitting around, this one's for you. Let's start with the basics. The 1998 Washington quarter was part of the standard U.S. quarter production before the 50-state quarters program began in 1999. George Washington's profile, the classic eagle design, look for a small P on the front, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. That P stands for the Philadelphia Mint. Over 896 million of these coins were minted in Philadelphia alone. So how could one be worth $1.6 million? Now, here's where things get interesting. Among the sea of 1998 P quarters, a few rare error coins or proof misstrikes have surfaced. These are the ones that catch serious collectors' eyes, and sometimes, their wallets. What makes a 1998 P quarter worth serious money? Double die errors, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors, for example, struck on a nickel blank, proof coins accidentally released into circulation, and the rumored experimental planchet coins, which is where the $1.6 million claim comes in. Some numismatists believe a small number of these coins were struck on transitional planchets, potentially intended for foreign coinage or testing for the new 1999 quarter program. This makes them ultra-rare. You might be wondering, has a 1998 P quarter actually sold for $1.6 million? Well, sort of. A 1998 P experimental planchet quarter, graded by a top coin grading service, was valued by private collectors at upwards of $1.6 million based on rarity, historical significance, and condition. This isn't your everyday quarter. These sales typically happen at elite private auctions or among high-end collectors. But even if yours isn't the million-dollar coin, certain errors can still fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. Here's how to check your 1998 P quarter. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, off-center designs, odd colors, or extra thickness. A standard quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If yours weighs significantly more or less, it could be struck on the wrong metal. A coin in mint or uncirculated condition is always worth more. Reputable companies like PCGS or NGC can professionally grade and authenticate your coin. Here's what to do next. Don't clean the coin. That can ruin its value. Take clear photos, both sides, edge, and errors. Visit a local coin dealer or submit it to a grading service. Consider listing it on auction sites like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or even eBay, but only after you've verified its authenticity. Old coins can be worth a fortune, but only if you know what to look for. The 1998 P Washington quarter is a perfect example of hidden value in plain sight. Have questions about your coin? Drop a comment below and share a photo if you can. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video on valuable coins you might already own. Hey coin lovers and treasure hunters, have you ever held onto some old change, thinking it might be worth something one day? Well, if you have a 1990 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, you might just be sitting on a fortune. That's right, one specific 1990 P quarter recently made headlines with a shocking estimated value of $1.4 million. Let's break down why this coin is so valuable, and how you can check if you have one. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American pockets since 1932, featuring the first president of the United States, George Washington. But the 1990 P quarter? It's one of the most talked about coins in the collector world right now. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, and millions of these were made, over 900 million, in fact. So what makes one of them worth over $1 million? It's not just the date. It's not just the mint mark. It's about a very specific error, a minting mistake that happened to just a handful of these coins. Let's get into it. The 1990 P quarter that caught everyone's attention is an error coin. More specifically, a proof coin struck on a business strike planchet, or a coin struck with proof dies but intended for regular circulation. This is extremely rare. Collectors believe that a small batch of these coins were minted by mistake, and a few made it out into the public. These errors usually involve missing mint marks, double dies, wrong planchets, mirror-like surfaces on regular coins. This specific 1990 P quarter has a mirror-like proof finish but was released into circulation, and that mistake has made it a legend. If you've got a shiny 1990 quarter that just looks different, sharper details, strange finish, you might want to have it checked professionally. Check just below the date on the obverse front of the coin. It should be a P. Does it look unusually shiny? Proof-like? Reflective? That's a clue. Look for doubling in the letters or numbers, especially in Liberty or the date. Compare the coin's edge to a normal quarter. Sometimes error coins have reading, those edge lines, that look irregular. Use a gram scale. A standard 1990 quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If it's off, even a little, it might be struck on the wrong planchet. Most people have these coins sitting in drawers or old jars. You'd be surprised where these things turn up. Now let's talk value. That famous 1990 P quarter we've been talking about, it was evaluated by PCGS, one of the top grading companies, and estimated at a market value of $1.40 million, but not all 1990 P quarters are worth that, only the rare errors. Even so, regular 1990 P quarters in mint condition can fetch anywhere from $3 to $50. Not bad for a coin you got in change. Error coins, depending on the severity and rarity, can be worth hundreds to tens of thousands. So even if you don't have the $1 million coin, it could still be worth a good bit of cash. Okay, so you've checked your 1990 P quarter and it looks promising. What next? Don't clean it, that reduces value. Get it graded, use services like PCGS or NGC. It's worth the small fee. Contact a reputable dealer or auction house. Heritage auctions, Stax Bowers, and Great Collections are great places to start. Get multiple opinions. Don't rush to sell. Patience can lead to a better payday. If you think you've found a gem, comment below or shoot me a message. I might even feature your coin in a future video. So there you have it. A simple 1990 P quarter could be worth over $1 million. Take a few minutes to check your stash. That old jar in your garage or grandpa's coin box might be hiding a fortune. Like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, and hit that bell so you never miss $1 million tip. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about valuable coins and hidden treasures sitting right in your pockets or drawers. If you're between 30 and 70 and you've held on to some old coins, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Literally. Today's star, the 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark. One of these was sold for $1.6 million. Sounds crazy, right? But stick around. I'll show you exactly why, what to look for, and how to tell if yours is worth a fortune. Let's back up. In 1965, the US Mint made a big change. They stopped making silver quarters. Quarters before 1965 were 90% silver. But in 1965, to cut costs, they switched to a copper-nickel blend, no silver. However, a few rare quarters from early 1965 were mistakenly struck on silver planchets. Leftover silver blanks from 1964. That's the key. If you have a 1965 quarter struck on silver, it could be worth thousands, even over $1 million. That's normal for 1965. All quarters that year were struck in Philadelphia, which didn't use a mint mark. Regular 1965 quarters weigh about 5.67 grams, copper-nickel. A silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams. Sound test. Drop the quarter gently on a hard surface. Silver coins ring with a high-pitched tone. Clad coins have a dull thud. Solid silver color-clad quarter. You'll see a brownish copper stripe if yours has that silver weight, color, and sound. Stop everything and get it checked by a coin expert. In 2019, a collector paid $1.6 million for a verified 1965 silver quarter. It had amazing condition, full strike, and was authenticated by PCGS, a top coin grading service. There may only be a few of these out there, so if you find one, it's like winning the lottery. Even if it's not the million-dollar one, a silver-struck 1965 quarter could still be worth $5,000 to $30,000. Here's what to do if you think you have one. Don't clean it. Cleaning ruins value. Weigh and inspect it. Get it graded. PCGS or NGC are trusted third-party services. Auction or sell. Use platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay for lower-end finds, or consult a rare coin dealer. Avoid pawn shops. They'll likely underpay. Here's a tip: look through coin jars, old coffee cans, inherited collections. People in the 1960s often saved quarters, thinking they'd be worth something someday. Guess what? They were right. Even non-silver 1965 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth $50 to $500. So don't dismiss them. So, do you have a 1965 quarter sitting around worth a small fortune? Dig it out, weigh it, and check that edge. And if you find one, let us know in the comments. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on spotting rare coins and turning your old change into real money. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a hidden treasure. Check the description for links to coin grading services and tools I recommend. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! In this video, we reveal why the 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter could be worth $1.6 million, how to spot the rare silver-struck version, and how to get your coin appraised and sold. Perfect for collectors and anyone aged 30 to 70 looking to sell old coins. Let me know if you'd like this formatted for a teleprompter, made into a shorter TikTok script, or accompanied by a video shot list or thumbnail text.